वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Matre Namaha. Namaste everyone. In today's session, we are going to start the second shloka in Sri Lalita Sahasranama. Let's first recite the second shloka. Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha Chaturbahu Samanvita Rahaswarupa Pasatya Krodakarangu Sojwala. In this shloka, we are going to review the very first nama, Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha. This nama conveys three major themes or bhavams. Hence, we will review all the three bhavams. Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha. The very first bhavam is a Vedantic bhavam which talks about the Prakasha and Vimarsa aspect of Para Brahmam. How the Prakasha aspect of Para Brahmam took a form as the Vimarsa in red color. That's the Udyat Bhanu, the rising sun's color. That's the first bhavam. The second bhavam is Sahasrabha, thousands of suns rising at the same time. Even then it is very pleasing. That's the second bhavam. And the third bhavam is thousands of rays of suns. Instead of thousands of suns, the third bhavam says thousands of rays of suns rising at the same time. Right? So there are three bhavas in this. Let's go through one by one. The first bhavam is the Prakasham and Vimarsham aspect of Parabrahmam. Prakasham means that which is Shuddha Spatikam, white in color. It becomes Vimarsam, which is red color. So, Prakasha Vimarsha, Udyat Bhanu, the sun's rising red color, right? That's the color of Vimarsham. That's the color of Parabrahmam taking a form. That's the aspect of Prakasha Vimarsha that's being described in the first bhavam. Bhashyam quotes the following pramanam to state that the Parabrahmam in its original state is Prakasham, which is white in color, but when it chose to manifest, it came with that red color brilliance as that of thousands of rising suns. That red color is Vimarsam. So the Bhashyam explains two very, very important pramanams. One is from Swatantra Tantram. It says, Swatmaiva Devata Prokta Lalita Vishwavigraha Lauhityam Tat Vimarsa Syat Upastiriti Bhavanam. Lalita Vishwavigraha. Lalita Ambika is that Vishwavigraham, the universal form. Swa Atmaiva. It is said to be her own self, the Prakasha form. That is her Vishwavigraham. But what did Lalitambika chose to do? Lauhityam Tat Vimarsham. She chose to become Vimarsham as the red color brilliance of Udyat Bhanu, the rising sun color. That's her Vimarsa form. So Prakasha, which is her Vishwa Vigraham, chose to take a form as Vimarsham in that Lauhityam, red color brilliance of Udyat Bhanu. Bhanu is sun, Udyat Bhanu is the rising sun. Syat upastiriti bhavana. We have to meditate on Sri Lalitambika with this bhavana of Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha because it is her Vishwa Vigraham that has taken a form in Vimarsha form. So that's the first interpretation. Vamakeshwara Tantram also explains the very same concept and says, Swayam he Tripura Devi, Lauhityam tat Vimarshanam. Swayam he Tripura Devi. Tripura Devi is Swayam. It's the original form. It's her real form. That the Prakasham. But what did that Prakasham chose to do? Lauhityam tat Vimarshanam. That Parabrahmam chose to manifest in the red complexion. Lauhityam tat vimarsanam. Your vimarsanam is that red color complexion. The intent of this nama in the first bhavam is to emphasize the red color complexion as the manifested form of Sri Lalitambika's Vishwa Vigraham. That's why in the Dhyana Shloka we say Sindura Aruna Vigraham. The red kunkuma color of that sinduram. Sinduram is the kunkuma that's kept in the forehead here. What is the color of that? Red kunkuma color. So, Sindura Aruna Vigraham, as if that kunkuma took a full form in that red color, right? Like the saffron, very beautiful, pleasing color. That is the Sindura Aruna Vigraham. That's the Kunkuma color of Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari. That is the form that we have to meditate. That is the first aspect conveyed here. The Upasana Marga of meditating on Sri Lalitambika is that red color brilliance. In Soundarya Lahari also, Acharya explains the very same concept. He says, Lord Shiva's compassion decided to take a form. In the shloka, Acharya says, Gataste manchatvam druhina hari rudreshwara bhritaha Shiva svacha chaya gatita kapata prachadapata tvadiyanam bhasham pratipalana raga runutaya shariri shringaro Rasahiva drisham dokti kutukam. Shiva Swacha Chaya. Lord Shiva, who is in pure white crystal, Shuddha Spatikam, what did he do? He decided to take a form. Shiva's Chaya, from the reflection, the Abha, the Sahasrabha, right? From Shiva, he chose out of his compassion Tvadiyanam Bhasham. From that compassion came your splendor, O Divine Mother. You manifested from Lord Shiva, who is pure white crystal, Pratipalanam, which means reflecting as what? Raga Arunataya, as the Aruna Varnam. So from Shiva, who is pure white crystal form, it they decided to take a form in Aruna Varnam. Shiva Swachachaya Raga Pratipalana Raga Arunataya. In the very first next shloka, Acharya says, why this crystal like Prakasham decided to take a red color Vimarsam? It is to protect the world. Acharya conveys it in the following shloka in Soundarya Lahari. Says, Aralakeseshu Prakriti Sarala Mandahasite Sirisha Bachite Drishadu Phala Shobha Kuchatate Brisham Tanvi Matye Prutururasi Jaro Havishaye Jagat traatum Shambhor jayati Karuna kachid Jagat traatum, to protect all the world, to sustain all the world. Shambho, oh, the supreme compassion of Shiva, kachid, became indescribable. Aruna, Jagat traatum Shambhor, oh, in order to protect the world, Shambhor, Jayati Karuna Kachid Aruna, in that Aruna Varnam, Udyat Bhanu, that pleasant color of early morning sunrise. Kachid, an indescribable form came out to protect the world. And that's why the Prakasham took the form of Vimarsam in that red color, says Acharya. As Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha, Abha is the reflection of Parabrahma's Karuna in the manifested universe, is the Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha, says Acharya. Lalitopyakanam describes this Karuna of Parabrahmam in more speciality. It says the Karuna of Parabrahmam decide to take the form as Lalitambika. That Lalitambika's form appears with a rare splendor that is like billions of suns. Sahasra Bhanu, right? So Sahasra means many, many, millions of suns radiance, yet it was cool as millions of full moons. That's how Lalitambika's form is, says. In general, we only experience either the warmth of the sun or the pleasantness of the moon. But here is this form of Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha that describes Ambal as having both the warmth of the sun and the pleasantness of the moon. So that is the first bhavam. The second bhavam is thousands of suns rising at the same time. Okay, so let's experience this aspect of this now. In the previous sessions, we reviewed that when the Devas went to the Lord for rescue, Parashambhu made a Maha Yagnam, and from his Chidagni, Ambal manifested as Chidagni Kunda Sambhuta. So a form came out of that Yagnam. When a form comes out of a Yagyagundam, we would have expected to see the head first and then the whole body. But here, Vasinyadi Vagdevatas describe that form as a brilliant Jyoti. Jyoti as that of thousands of suns. That's why the Nama says Sahasrabhanu, Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha. Sahasrabhanu, thousands of suns coming at the same time. Oh, thousands of suns. Yet, this Jyoti is very pleasing and comforting because that Jyoti is Ambal's Karuna, Ambal's compassion reflected as Karuna. That's why in the Dhyana Shloka we says Aruna Karuna Tarangita Akshim. Right? Overflowing waves of Karuna. That is the brilliant Jyoti of Karuna which decided to take a Rupam. That is the Abha, the reflection. The Abha in Sahasrabha. Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha. Abha means reflection. Reflection of Lord's Karuna. Sahasrabha means thousands and thousands of Karuna. That means like lots of overpouring, compassion filled Vigraham is coming out of this Chidagni Kundam. How is that form? It's like Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha. Udyat. Let's enjoy the aspect of Udyat in this Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha. Abha here reflects the color of that reflection. We said Paramatma's Karuna is the reflection. What is the color of that reflection? Red color. So that Abha is a red color. Sahasram, though thousand, really denotes infinite, many of what? Of Bhanu, the sun. Sahasra Bhanu means thousands of sun coming and rising together at the same time. Ambal comes out of the Chidagni Kundam and everyone sees a form which is filled with the radiance of thousands of suns. Many suns. That's why it says Sahasra Bhanu, Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha. Oh, even one sun itself is so hot for us. Here it says thousands of suns, Sahasrabhanu. Will that not be extreme heat? Vasinyadi Vagdevata says, no. It's not. It's not just Sahasrabhanu. Carefully, if you look at the Nama, it says Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha. It's not just Sahasrabhanu, but it's Udyat Bhanu, Udayakala Surya, early morning sun, the very pleasant, pleasing sun. That's not the afternoon hot sun. So Udyat Bhanu, that is the emphasis. Udyat, early morning, pleasing sun is how Ambal's form is, says this Nama. The same concept. Durvasa Maharishi, when worshipping Shri Kanchi Kamakshi in Arya Dvishati, uses the very same padam, saying Udyat Dinakara Shonan. Dinakara Shonan. Dinakara is sun. Udyat Dinakaran, sun during sunrise. Udyat Dinakara Shonan, the golden red morning sunrise color. That is how Ambal's form is. That Udyat aspect, to say that she is always very pleasant, is conveyed here. Acharya also uses the very same padam in Sri Meenakshi Pancharatnam also. Acharya says, Udyadbhanu Sahasra Koti Sadrisham Keyuraharo Jwalam Bimboshtim Smita Tanta Pankti Ruchiram Pitam Paralankritam Vishnu Brahma Surendra Sevita Padam Tattvaswarupam Shivam Meenakshim Pranatosmi Santatamaham Karunyavaram Nidhim. Acharya says, Udyat Bhanu Sahasra Koti Sadrisham. Meenakshi Ambal's radiance is like Udyat Bhanu Sahasra Koti Suryas. Sahasra Koti means Koti Surya Prakasam. Crores and crores of suns rising at the same time. Imagine How beautiful that form is. Undescribable, very pleasant, Karuna filled form. That's the radiance of Koti Surya Prakasham, Udyat Bhanu Sahasrakoti Sadrisham. Radiance of crores of early morning suns rising at the same time. However that would be, that indescribable Kanti, Karuna color is that form of Goddess Meenakshi, says Acharya. And in the same shloka, Acharya also says, Tattvaswarupam Shivam. Acharya hints that we should meditate on this form, since that is the Tattvaswarupam of Shiva. From Shiva, Ambal shows her form as Shiva's Tattva, Tattvaswarupam Shivam. Shiva Tattvam reflected through Ambal. Prakasham of the Parabrahmam reflected as Ambal, as the Shiva Tattvam. Tattvaswarupam Shivam. Parabrahmam has taken a form to come and rescue all of us. That is Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha. Thousands of suns rising at the same time. That was the second bhavam. Now the third bhavam says thousands of rays coming at the same time. Let's experience this bhavam. In general, we only see one sun rising in the morning. But this Nama says Ambal's form is like thousands of sun rising at the same time. Is it possible for us to see thousands of suns? Let's explore the intent conveyed in this Nama. If you recollect, in the previous shloka, we said Devakarya Samudhyata. What is Devakaryam? Devakaryam is anything done with good intentions, right? Good intention, use of our indriyams for its intended good purpose. Use of our indriyams, our hands, our feet, and our mind, our buddhi, everything to be used for its good intention, for the intention that it is intended to. The Parama Prayojanam, what is the prime purpose of our Indriyams? To understand that is the good intention. That is the Deva Karyam. One who makes the Parama Prayojanam of our Indriyam is Deva Karya Samudyata. Deva Karyam is to use our Indriyam for its Parama Prayojanam. That means we need to use our Indriyams and Manas and Buddhi to understand why have been given this very rare and special Manushya Janma. That is the Parama Prayojanam, to think and contemplate and meditate upon that, to keep on asking that question. Why have I been bestowed with this Manushya Janma? There are so many other species in this world. I got this very special Manushya Janma which has this thinking power. What should I do? How should I use to know the Parama Prayojanam of my purpose of living? What is my purpose? What is my life's purpose? Why have I been given this shariram? What should I do with this hard-earned Manushya Janma? They say that it takes millions of birth before one can get a Manushya shariram. We have been bestowed with that Manushya Janma. So, what should I do with this Manushya Janma is something that we need to ask ourselves every second. I have been given, I've come here in this universe for a very special purpose. What is that purpose? That is the Parama Prayojanam, to look inside instead of outside activities. So, seeing the thousand suns rising at the same time, Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha, is not something external. We're seeing only one sunrise in the morning. Will we see thousands of suns? Like it says Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha. So this is not an external phenomena, but it is an internal realization to know our Parama Prayojanam, Atma Vicharanam, of knowing what is my life's purpose. Antarmukha Dhyanam, Antarmukha Yagnam. That is the third bhava conveyed in this Nama Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha. In this interpretation, instead of thousands of suns rising at the same time, thousands of rays of light coming inside us as jnanam, as jnana swarupam, is what is conveyed. Our jiva is filled with avidya, not just from this janma, but from many of our previous janmas. We need something to remove that ignorant dark avidya and to bring light. So we have to keep on asking ourselves, what is my life's purpose? Why am I born here? Hmm? That is the main question that we need to keep asking ourselves. As soon as the sun intends to rise, all the darkness runs away right in that instant. Like that, when we get the Atma Jnanam, knowing the answers to these questions, what is my life's purpose? Why am I born here? When we know the answer to those questions, the ignorance, maya, laziness, fear, sadness, desires, all of them will run away in that just a one instant. At that time, Ambal will manifest herself inside us with the brilliance of rays of thousands of sun. Jwala, that great radiance and splendor of thousands of sun inside us during that Atma Vicharanam that happens only with Guru Kripa. That darshan of Ambal inside each one of us in that Jnana Swarupam is Udyat Bhanu Sahasrabha. That is this Nama. As next steps with Acharya's blessings, let's review the next Nama in Sri Lalita Sahasranama. Loka Samasta Shukino Bhavantu. May everyone in this whole wide world be very, very happy. Thank you so much, everyone. Shri Matre Namaha.